6 times 2 will give you 12, not 8. Then if you look at 6 plus 2 will give you 8. So what these examples are trying to do is to give you a practice. So you have to practice the process of finding factors. You find out that with more practice, the process becomes easy. Sometimes you just look at the numbers, just look at the terms, and you have already found what you need in your head. You don't even have to do this procedure of HCF whatsoever. With the more practice that you do, you find out that you easily find the factors that are needed. The example continues, but in the second set of examples, you have combination of negative, sometimes negative only and negative and positive numbers. So in this one, in each of the following, write down two numbers whose sum is the first number and whose product is the second number. So basically, we find numbers when we multiply it should give us 12, but when we add it should give us negative 7. So when you have negative numbers, you have to go back to your knowledge of multiplication of negative and positive numbers. So just a recap of that, you should remember that if you multiply negative multiplied by negative, the result is equals to positive. If you multiply negative times positive, the result is negative. If you multiply positive rather times positive, the result is positive. If you add negative plus negative, the result is negative. If you add negative plus positive, the result is dependent on which number is large or which number is small sometimes. And then if you add positive plus positive, the result is always positive. Here the result differs depending on which number is larger. If the larger number is negative, it means the result will be negative. Or if the larger number is positive, it means the result will be positive. So this is dependent. So it can either be negative or positive. Now, looking at these examples, we have negative 7 and 12. The procedure is the same. So you look at the factors of 12. So the factors of 12, we find that I am using this process. 12. So you start with the first common factor. 2 into 12, you get 6. 2 into 6, you get 3. And then 3 into 3, you get a 1. So now, if you do 2 times 2, you have 4. Then if you multiply it by 3, you find out that it gives us a 12. Now, the example said to find numbers that when we add should give us negative 7. So from our process here, the addition of terms that can give us a negative, it means both of the numbers should be negative. So we have to make sure if we're making both of the numbers negative, if we multiply those numbers again, will it give us a positive 12? You can see that yes. If you do negative 4 times negative 3, you find that the result is still positive 12. Just try to work it out on your calculator, but the basic is here that if you multiply negative number by negative number, the result is a positive number. And then if you add negative 4 plus negative 3, you find out that the result is negative 7. That was required already.